What if I told you that every single team left in the MLB playoffs has already won the World Series before? Not these exact teams.
The Yankees are back on top. World champions for the 27th time.
But teams exactly like them. Teams with the same stats, the same weaknesses, the same DNA. And what happened to those historical twins will blow your mind. By the end of this video, you'll know which team is destined for glory and which one is about to break a million hearts. But first, you need to hear about the most shocking discovery I made when I dug into 56 years of playoff data. Check this out. I analyzed every World Series winner since 1969, and I found something that will change how you watch these playoffs forever. Every single team left has a historical doppelganger. A team that entered October with nearly identical stats and won it all. You won't believe how some of these comparisons are so eerily accurate. It's almost like we're watching history repeat itself in real time. The Blue Jays, they're following the exact same script as the 2011 Cardinals' miracle run. The Tigers, they're copying the playbook of one of the most controversial World Series winners ever. And the Yankees? Oh man, the Yankees comparison is going to make you question everything you think you know about this postseason. But before we get there, we need to talk about the team that nobody saw coming. Let's start with the biggest shocker of the entire playoffs, and no, it's not what you think. Everyone's talking about the Tigers making it, but the real story is Milwaukee. The Brewers just posted the best record in franchise history, and their historical twin, the 2022 Anaheim Angels. You know, the team that came out of nowhere to win their very first and only World Series.
Stat says he has it. The Angels, world champions.
Here's what's spine-chilling. Both teams had the exact same approach. No massive home run hitters, no Cy Young winners. Just 8 guys who could hit, and a rotation that kept games close. The Angels had 7 above average hitters in their lineup every night. The Brewers, they have 8. But here's where it gets weird. The Angels entered October red hot with an 18-9 September. The Brewers, they went 12-12 last month. So either history is about to repeat itself or it's about to be completely rewritten. But that's nothing compared to what I found in the American League, because one team up there is following a script so perfect it's like they wrote it themselves. Okay, this is where things get absolutely insane. The Seattle Mariners, and I'm not making this up, are statistical twins with the 1996 Yankees.
Another chance to the left side. Hayes waits. The Yankees are champions of baseball.
The team that started the dynasty. Same run differential, same pitching approach, same clutch hitting ability. But here's the plot twist that'll give you goosebumps. Those Yankees had Mariano Rivera in his prime, recording 6 outs every single night. The Mariners, they're doing it with home runs. Cal Raleigh hit 58 bombs this year. 58! But wait, it gets better. The Mariners had 4 guys hit at least 25 home runs. That doesn't even count Eugenio Suarez, who hit 49 between Arizona and Seattle. The team is literally replacing the greatest closer of all time with pure power. Now, you might be thinking, that's impossible. You can't replace Mariano Rivera with home runs. And you'd be right, except for one thing. The 1996 Yankees proved that when you have the right formula, magic happens. And the Mariners have that exact same formula, just with a modern twist. But speaking of modern twists, wait until you hear about the team that's literally copying last year's playbook. The Los Angeles Dodgers are trying to do something that hasn't been done since 2000, win back-to-back World Series. In their historical comparison, the 1993 Blue Jays, the second to last team to repeat as champions.
Balls and 2 strikes on it. Here's the pitch on the way, a swing and a belt, left field, way back, Blue Jays win it! The Blue Jays are World Series champions as Joe Carter hits a 3-run home run in the 9th inning, and the Blue Jays have repeated as World Series champions. Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
As they say, the truth is stranger than fiction. Both teams were built the exact same way. Star-studded lineups with 3 legitimate MVP candidates. The 93 Jays had the top 3 hitters in the American League batting race. The 2025 Dodgers have Ohtani, Freeman, and Will Smith absolutely raking. But the Dodgers have something those Blue Jays didn't: power. The Jays hit about 1 home run per game. The Dodgers, a homer and a half per game. And they led the National League. Now, here's the million-dollar question. Can modern power beat vintage contact hitting? Because if history is any guide, the Dodgers are about to make October absolutely electric and possibly repeat. But before you crown them champions, you need to hear about the team with the most dangerous historical comparison. The Detroit Tigers. Everyone's calling them the Cinderella story, but their historical twin tells a very different story. They're following the exact playbook of the 2006 St. Louis Cardinals. And if you know your baseball history, you know that's complicated.
For the first time since 1982, St. Louis has a World Series winner.
Both teams had historically bad Septembers before the playoffs. The 2006 Cardinals went 12-17 in September, the worst record ever for a World Series winner. The Tigers, they just went 7-17 this past month. Now, dig this. The Tigers are actually better than those Cardinals in every statistical category. Better offense, better pitching, better depth. If a worse team could win at all in 2006, what does that mean for Detroit? Are they about to pull off the most shocking championship run in decades? Or are they about to prove that sometimes being better on paper doesn't matter? But that's not even the most shocking comparison, because there's one team left that's following a script so perfect it's almost like they're reading from the same playbook. The New York Yankees, and their historical comparison is going to blow your mind. The 2009 New York Yankees, they are literally trying to copy themselves from 16 years ago.
The Yankees are back on top. World champions for the 27th time.
Same home run rate compared to league average. Same pitching approach. Strike out enough guys to make up for too many walks. Same type of rotation led by a big money left-hander in his first year in pinstripes. CC Sabathia then, Max Fried now. And honestly, this year's Yankees actually have a better run differential than their 2009 championship team, despite losing 9 more games. They're literally an improved version of their last championship squad. And if that's not enough to convince you, here's the stat that'll make your jaw drop. No team this season looks more like the last 2 World Series winners than the Yankees. They have the exact same DNA as the Rangers and Diamondbacks, not to mention Aaron Judge's clutch September and his need for a title. But before you start planning the parade, there are 3 more teams with championship DNA that could ruin everything. The Philadelphia Phillies are channeling the 2001 Diamondbacks with their dominant rotation and 50 home run slugger.
Game 7 of the World Series. Bases loaded.
The Blue Jays are following the 2011 Cardinals miracle script, with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. playing Albert Pujols, and the Cubs, they're copying the 1973 Oakland A's, the most balanced team in baseball history. What's crazy is that every single one of these historical comparisons won the World Series. Every single one. Which means we're not just watching 8 teams compete, we're watching 8 championship formulas battle it out. The question isn't who can win, it's whose formula can prove superior. Will it be Milwaukee's balanced attack like the 2002 Angels, Seattle's power surge like the 96 Yankees, the Dodgers' star power like the 93 Blue Jays? Or will it be the Yankees literally trying to recreate their own championship magic from 2009? Here's my prediction, based on 56 years of data. The team that wins this World Series won't just be copying history, they'll be making it. Because when 8 championship formulas collide, only one can survive. And based on everything I've shown you today, I know exactly which team that's going to be. I'll give you a hint. Which team has the most at stake? But I want to hear your prediction first. Drop it in the comments right now. Which historical comparison do you think will win it all? If this video changed how you see these playoffs, smash that subscribe button, because I'll be breaking down every single game with this same historical analysis. The playoffs just got a whole lot more interesting, and trust me, when you see what happens in Game 1 of each series, you're going to remember this video forever.